Hi, this is Kathy from Stitch It Together. This is the second part of Spin Me Around. I am going to be using Quilt CAD, which is a part of QCT Pro, and I happen to have gold, with stitching this quilt out. As you can see, I have put in my blocks as I would like to have them. But what is different about this display versus my quilt is that in real life, I do have sashing. My sashing that is horizontal and vertical are 3 inches big, and I could have tried to manipulate these blocks and merge some blocks together and have the whole thing all together, but I thought that was going to be an awful lot of work. And for me, the benefit of doing it in Quilt CAD wasn't so much having the whole quilt together as much as being able to keep track of what block goes into what space. So as you can see, I did a 4x4 grid and I did place the blocks where I want them to go. And I saved the quilt like this, but I also have a second file. So when I go back and forth, I will be deleting the blocks as I do them. But I also have a file called my working file right here. That as I go, I delete the blocks as I have quilted them. That way I can keep track of where I'm at. But if something were to go wrong and I needed to start over, if I wanted to do this quilt again, it is saved as something else. There it is, so I can go back and forth between those two screens, should I like. When you print or when you sew out a block, you just select the block that you want to quilt, and then you place it as a single pattern. It will go to the quilting interface screen, and you can then use the placement. I chose 4-point placement. You can add your margin, which I've been adding a 1/16 of an inch margin. And you can also use the marking tool, which is very helpful to make sure that with these intersections that I'm not going to have lines that are too far off from where I want them to be. So that's how I'm using Quilt CAD for this particular quilt. Thank you for joining me. I hope you'll watch the next series.